Hi dear Twin Flames, welcome to my channel Pop Paper Love. I'm Marta and I'm a Twin Flame coach. So if you need a Twin Flame reading or if you need coaching session with me, I'll be glad to help. You can subscribe also on the link below. And today I'll be sharing a bit of my Twin Flame story and how I got to this journey, how it all started. Well, I embarked on this journey when I was kind of 15, 16. I met one guy in high school whom I liked, and he was kind of smart, funny, witty, handsome, but he didn't have one important component. He wasn't really spiritual, and he was at that time he was kind of really chasing lots of girls, and I told myself I really want someone who's only gonna be mine, who's not gonna be like a womanizer or something like that. And I basically told myself, okay, I really want everything in a male, in my man, in my twin flame. I won't settle for less. I really choose to have it all. And actually, when I met this guy who was all but spiritual, I got drunk in Prague, in Czech Republic, and I ended up in a hospital. So that kind of speeded up my awakening in a spiritual sense. And when that all that happened, I kind of uh, was thinking about changing a high school because I was stuck in a bad company with lots of people who were drinking, smoking, and all that. And I kind of wanted to escape from this guy who wanted a relationship with me, and I realized that I actually don't want a relationship with him. So I changed high school, and there I met my twin flame. We actually first spoke, I think we first spoke also in Prague in Czech Republic, so that's another synchronicity that I'd like to share with you. That we met in the same town on the school trip also, as I met this first guy. So when I met my twin flame on the school trip in this other high school. But the first synchronicities I started to notice were around my college. My twin flame got accepted to medical school when he finished high school, and there he had 462 points on his admissions exam, and he kind of propelled me to go also in the medical field. So I enrolled to medical school in different town 1 year later, and I also had the exact same points on my admissions exam, 462. So that was like a big synchronicity that showed me that something was going on with this relationship, and that it couldn't be like a coincidence that we had all of this the same. And actually, in Croatia, you have a points from your high school grades. So mine and his combined were exact as our admissions exam points. I had my grade points were 208, and his was 254. Yeah, so it was like 462 when you add it up. So another synchronicity was that his father was a professor of internal medicine, just like my dad was, and they're actually colleagues. They work at the same department at the medical school in Croatia. Then another synchronicity is that my twin flame's childhood friends. My twin flame's cousins are my childhood friends. And actually, when I was going through my Facebook list when I was studying medicine, then I saw one girl who looked really pretty to me, and I thought she must be my twin flame's girlfriend because he was in a relationship then. I didn't know who was he with then, and she sent me a message maybe a month or two later that actually she knows me from one small town where we hung out as children. And another big synchronicity is that that same cousin, she started to work at the same address where I was working. So that was kind of a big deal for me. And I just wanted to tell you that, yeah, I also want to share something with you that's really important. I got when I was studying at medical school, I got at I got admitted to a psychiatric hospital because I was kind of delusional and all that stuff. And okay, so I have to kind of broaden the story. Um, mm, and then yeah, I ended up in the hospital on the 7th of May of 2009, I think. And when I got out of the hospital, I wrote myself a mail from uh, from past to the future. I think that was something like that, and where I wrote that I will marry someone important, and I already know who he was. And I got that mail 6 years later, or 7 years later, I think, on 2016. Just after one lady who is a twin flame teacher confirmed he was my twin flame. So that was like a biggest sign, I think, synchronicity that he was indeed my person. And I just wanted to tell you that you can, when you're on this journey, you might get lots of signs, but signs, as I spoke in my first video, are not a song that pops up on the radio when you think about a certain person or 1111s. These signs are really more personal, and when you're on the right path, you will be bombarded with this kind of like personal signs that I shared with you guys. And it's really important to notice them. And in order to get this kind of rock solid signs, you have to be really dedicated to your life and to your journey. You really have to follow God and go within and work through the process and be really courageous and brave, because otherwise you won't get these solid rock signs. And since I gotten those signs, I started to work a lot on myself. I got back to church, I became a coach, I finished my college, I worked on my life purpose a lot, and he kind of propelled me to work on myself a lot, because I really want to be with him. And in order to be with your true twin flame, you have to work through the inner process of being with them, because most of the people I encounter with who are on this journey are in the separation phase. And in order to be with your twin flame, you have to work through your emotional wounds, traumas, because you're separated just because of them. It wouldn't be compassionate if you were already together, because you have all these wounds currently that would make it impossible to be with them. Yeah, this is like a sign from a card that I'm what I'm speaking is true. So basically, I'm still in the process of manifesting my twin flame, but along this journey, it's almost 6 years since I've gotten that email that I'm gonna marry my twin flame, and since then I'm really a dedicated like twin flame who works on his mission, life purpose, to reunion, and I would recommend the same for everyone of you who is watching this, just to I can help you with. I use mirror exercise in my coaching sessions. That would really be a lot of help for you. And big part of this journey is also inner, and then you heal your wounds, and then you take action. So it's like a boat side that has a both things in its completion of the union. And basically, when you get to the point when you are so happy with yourself, when you're really at peace, when you come into union with yourself, then the union with your twin flame is going to manifest on the in the physical. Because, and also something that's really important is that you have to realize that you're basically needing to get into union with God, with love, with the universe, and that God through twin flame is going to manifest when you kind of become aware of that. So I'm not sure if I shared it through all right my story, but I think the main points are here. I'm gonna be sharing a lot in my next videos, and I just want to tell you that this path can sometimes seem hard, but all you need to do is keep persisting, keep doing your inner work, work on your spirituality, connect with God, connect with yourself, do your life purpose, and then everything is gonna kind of work out. And just work through the process, don't be persistent, and yeah, I'll just have lots of faith. Yeah, and see you in my next videos. Bye.